Question 1072. If your entire browser history was to be made public tomorrow, who would you call first?
The funeral home for my suicide.
Not good.
Why the fuck would I call someone about my browser history? What the fuck?
Well, normally I go along the
Like
lines of
he's saying
probably
to
a
explain
parent.
it before they get a hold of you and say what the fuck. Is what he means.
I'd be sad.
I believe.
Who would I be calling?
Still says SeaWorld.
Fact.
I'd be calling Dave, and here's why. I said, Dave, there's a lot of very questionable things that I have Googled over the years. However, I'm going to blame it all on you because I say I'm Googling them to increase my knowledge on critical questions when things come up. So it's going. I'm going to basically throw Dave under the bus.
But it's nice of you to warn me.
Yeah. Well, I'd be polite and warn you first.
I like that answer. Sarah.
I don't think I call anybody. I don't have anyone like I call to explain this shit because it's none of their business. But if they're gonna find out, fuck them. Surprise, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Not like Mum. You know you think I'm a nice, sweet Christian girl.
Oh, my mom's dead.
Sorry, I didn't know. Oops.
I like how he's apologizing and my thing was fucker.
Lucy just says, "You'd know I watched a man shagging a teddy."
That teddy was dressed very provocatively. That teddy was asking for him. Just saying.
Harmonica Man says, "My attorney." Music Collector says, "Dave would be screwed. His browser is porn." It's not just porn.
It's mostly porn, Dave. Just
It's
admit it.
StreamYards and YouTube too.
I mean, Jenny was watching porn on the show, so
I
fuck
know.
it.
Just wait till after.
Isn't
Chad.
Does.
that why you asked me on?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He thinks we're going to like BBC One prime time. The truth is, this show's going to Pornhub.
I'm not taking off any more clothes.
If we're going to Pornhub, I want a cut of the money.
Little do you guys know, the only reason I hide my face is because I'm naked the entire time. That's all it is.
I was gonna say if I take off my tank top, I'm all out. So.
Go on, Jeff.
People be like, well, Babe Station's really let itself go these days.
Boy, yes. Lucy, I'm not saying that word here. That word has never been uttered here, and I don't think anyone ever will. It's Nerdy's word. Chad.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
I really can't think of an answer.
You can't?
No, I'm really thinking about it. Like, it depends what you mean by public. If you say public, like everybody on the internet knows, or anybody can make it available, or can know what it is.
Let's go with sent to everyone you know.
Sent to everyone I know, to everybody relevant.
Yes.
Well, that's basically the same thing because anybody who doesn't know me wouldn't give a shit. So it's just random guy number 427 on the internet. And as for the rest of it, I just tell them to. Well, I suppose the first person I'd call would be the first person who tried to call me and missed me so wanted me to explain it. At that point, I'd call them back and say, "Take a long drag in the arse."
I'm gonna to be honest.
My phone call. If somebody's curious, I'd take the first one and tell them to pass it around.
That works.
To be fair, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to call someone who's like the equivalent of the Fixer Man in Pulp Fiction.
I'm just gonna start asking people for suggestions. It's like, you see what I like? If you have anything that you like this as well, you can suggest shit to me because we'll talk about it. We'll watch porn together. Fuck it. Let's do this.
You're likely just to get half a dozen phone calls from. You're into that too?
Exactly.
We should talk about that.
Everyone's internet history is just as bad. That's the thing.
Most of the stuff will be people that I know from real life being like, we just legit thought you were sweet and innocent. What the fuck, woman? What the fuck?
Apparently Bees is worse.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
No. Mine is boring. That's the point. like a random Pornhub. That's it. I don't even go beyond that. You know, like maybe
So
once a month or every 2 months. Like
So,
I don't
Pete,
know.
who would you
I got
call?
nothing, man.
Who would you call?
I wouldn't call
Ghostbusters.
anybody. Like nobody's gonna. My family doesn't give a shit. When I came out of the closet, they were like, "All right," like they're not. If somebody said, "Oh, she's been watching Pornhub," they'd be like, "All right, so do I." Like nobody would give a shit.
That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying. Like, it's
my sister would go, "No, that's probably about right." I mean, that's the only one. Nobody else.
Like coming out was so much easier before the internet.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Why?
Because people wouldn't.
What are
because
you
could-
talking
could-
about?
You could come out and say
No.
that I am such and such, and people wouldn't have anywhere to go to find out what that is.
I'm a Tyrannosaurus.
How far back are we going to though for people that we know? Because for like the last couple of months, the only people that I really know are you guys, and I'm
Okay.
hoping you guys are judgmental as shit.
Do you want to know something disturbing? Now,
Sure.
I have either completely forgotten something in the past,
Uh-huh.
or I just discovered something.
Oh,
I discovered
good.
it about
I like
3
these.
weeks ago. Okay? Right? There is a gay slang thing where men will go woof at each other.
We'll go
Sure.
what at each
Like
other?
bark at each other?
No, they will.
That's
They
what
will
I'm
I'm
go,
starting.
woof
I'm starting
to each other.
I'm starting to see the
Right?
origin of something right now.
Wait,
right?
wait, Jeff. I can't hear what he's saying. I don't understand. What are you talking about?
They will bark at each other. They
Wow.
will, to let each other know. So one will go woof and the other will woof back, and and there's this thing to let each other know that they're into bears is the slang, right? Here's the thing, I didn't know this, and I have been woofing at people since I was fucking 20.
you were doing it before the show.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
You're doing
You
it
go
before
into
the show.
every
You knew this.
chat.
Yeah.
bark.
Forward.
I
Yes.
assure you,
Now.
I knew you were gay long before you ever woofed.
Oh, Dave.
Poor Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Well-
Dave is not gay. He's just greedy. Anyways,
Greedy.
give Sarah too.
Dave
Yes,
is
Dave.
gay.
Yes, but
That's
Dave,
what I
as we
tell people. It's like I'm part gay. It's okay.
as we know, we had to kind of ward you off once when you've mentioned a certain meat product that's got a very different meaning outside.
I mean, that's true.
So
Nerdy says, I just squeak. Next
Does that
is
mean that whenever I was squeaking it back at Nerdy that I was hitting on him or something?
I think so.
Oh, well, I'm sorry,
yeah.
Nerdy.
Never Again says, never heard of it. Most of my gay friends died in the 80s, and I knew a ton of gay guys. I'm surprised I
Yeah, a
haven't
lot
heard
of gay
it.
men died in the 80s.
Nerdy
Sorry,
says-
what, Dave?
That
What?
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 Who shot who in the what now?
No, I said something
did
as
it
you
too.
were talking. I was apologizing.
I thought Dave said woof.
He does. He whoops at us. All of us. So Dave wants to know if we're into bears.
No. Right. Ilya says, I'd call my parents and apologise for all the porn. And Starkey says,
All
so
of
that's
it?
why Dave says woof. No, that's not why Dave says woof.
I wouldn't apologise for all the porn, just the ones I starred in.
Did you ever stop and wonder why your dad saved certain Playboys and not others?
If my father ever had any porn, he hid it very well. To the point where I looked everywhere.
So my mom actually caught my stepfather watching one of those Cinemax movies, which is like the softcore porn. They broke up for like 2 months because she caught him doing that, thinking that he was cheating on her.
That's
Sounds
not
like it was good for his mental health.
He was just looking for hints.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, what? How is that cheating?
Adultery happens in the mind.
Apparently so. That's what she said. Like my family's very hardcore Christian.
You have
So.
committed adultery in your heart.
Yes, President Carter.
I've been called many things.
I like that. Ilya says, I mean, just sorry that they have to see that I watch porn. Doesn't matter what kind. I'm eclectic, so if I had to apologise for the types, I'd be there all day. Nerdy says, I'd probably call the police, as I would have been the victim of a computer crime. Good luck reading all the GitHub pages. It's terrible. Right. Jenny.
I answered the first thing.
Did you? What did you say?
Who would I call the funeral home to set up for my suicide?
You're right, you did. I didn't think that was a serious answer. I thought that was a joke answer.
I would be just absolutely mortified if people found out I was Republican.
All I'm picturing now is that Jenny watched a lot of those Sarah Palin parody porns back when she was part of the presidential stuff.
Hey, come on, she's hot.
Hey, she's hot. That's what I'm saying. Like, you probably watched a lot of those. I did too. So no worries.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.